Hi manatees! So we're going to read our benchmark Unit 8 assessment, and you're going to learn about the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii. And I also have a link that's really interesting that I'm going to share with you after you take your test. So let's watch our overview, take the test, and then when you're finished, you're going to get to see a really cool video that talks more about the volcano. Okay, you are now ready for your Unit 8 assessment. So we have worked on Unit 8, Week 1, Week 2, and Week 3. And now it's time for the final unit assessment. Remember, how does wind and water change our Earth? So think back to our essential questions for the last few weeks. Think back to all the skills we've learned. And let's begin reading some very interesting informational texts and answer questions. So take a look. First thing I like to do is I like to know how many questions are in this test. So I'm going to look. You have 26. 26, which includes the writing. Remember, there's always two parts to our unit assessments. We have all of our questions, and then we have the very final question, which is usually the writing prompt. So let's go over the beginning first. Okay, always expand your passage, read the story first. So here you're going to read about a volcano. And remember, we've talked about when there is pronunciation of a word that's really challenging, you're going to do your best. All right, because this will not necessarily pronouncing this word incorrectly is not going to necessarily impede your ability to understand what's going on in the story. Okay, it's the name of a specific volcano on the island of Hawaii, and it tells you it's one of the world's most active volcanoes. Active volcano meaning that it's not dormant, it still erupts. Okay, it's still living and breathing with lava inside. Okay, so you're going to continue reading and find out more about this volcano. And then when you're finished, you're ready to answer some of these questions. So let's take a look at the questions. We always have two-part questions, and we always know whatever we do with part A, whatever we do with part A, part B is going to be affected by it as well. So let's make sure we're real careful in our answers. This question has two parts. Answer part A and then part B. Part A, what is the main idea of the passage? So the entire story, what's the main idea? All right, is it about a volcano being on the island of Hawaii? Is it about lava from a volcano cooling and then turning into black rock? Is it about eruptions causing lakes to dry up? Or is it about this specific volcano having a major eruption in 2018? I'm thinking you're going to have to read, think about the details, all right? And then make your choice. Which sentence supports part A? So, is it lakes dried up, the eruption continued for months, the lava also made the island bigger, or when a volcano erupts, it produces lava? So sometimes whatever we choose here can also help us with the main idea. All right, lakes dried up. I wouldn't say that's a good supporting detail because I'm not thinking that has to do with everything in here. And that's the only hint I'll give you. All right, question 2. Read this sentence from paragraph 6. So remember, first thing you should do, go to paragraph 6, reread paragraph 6. Come back to the question. People came back to the island. Which word could best replace came? So people came back to the island. So instead of them coming back to the island, what did they do? Question 3. Why did people leave their homes? Well, I think there's text evidence in here, and if you're using your tools and your highlighter, you'll be able to look back and find your evidence, okay? So if paragraph 6 said something about people came back to the island, maybe we should find out why they left in the first place. Okay. Maybe it doesn't say that. Maybe it'll say somewhere in here. Okay. All right, next question. What caused the island of Hawaii to become bigger? The earthquake caused the land to crack. The people moved their homes farther away from the mountain. The people built some larger beaches by the sea, or lava that flowed into the sea became rock. I think the answer is somewhere in, probably paragraph 5, but maybe somewhere else. Okay, let's keep going. Question 5. What is the reason people watch the lava's path? Again, look at all of your choices, find the evidence. Question 6. Why did the author most likely write this passage? Was it to give us information about a volcano in Hawaii? Was it to describe the life in Hawaii? I don't know. Did they talk about animals and plants and everything else about what people do in Hawaii? If not, I bet you could cross that one off and start thinking about your other choices. To compare this volcano to other volcanoes, notice how I haven't been pronouncing it? Because I'm looking at the word and I know it's the name of a volcano. Okay? And I don't think they talked about other volcanoes in this story, so I bet you I could eliminate this as a choice too. So now I have 2, A and D. Which one is it going to be? Question 7. Which sentence could be added to paragraph 2? Manatees, go up to paragraph 2. Reread paragraph 2. Which one of these sentences would fit in this paragraph? That means which one of these sentences would be a great supporting detail for this paragraph. Question 8. This question has 2 parts. And I'm on a new story. So I'm not going to start question 8. Instead, I'm going to expand my passage and I'm going to put all of my focus on the story when the lava comes. I'm going to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 7 paragraph passage. Okay? And I'm going to do my best with pronouncing words. So I have, there's the name of that volcano we read about before. Okay? And then here we have people who are from Hawaii. We call them Hawaiians, just like in North Carolina, we call the people North Carolinians. But that's okay. We're going to do our best. All right? If we don't know how to pronounce a word, we're going to do our best. We know that that's a name again. There's a goddess. Maybe her name is Pele. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. So you're going to do your best. Okay. So we'll answer question 8. What is the main idea? Which sentence supports? Do you notice we have a lot of questions about main idea and supporting details? Remember, I gave you a lot of activities about main idea and supporting details? It's a very, very important skill to know, and you'll do it in 3rd grade, right from the very beginning of the school year. All right, question 9. Choose 2 sentences from the passage that describe ways people have changed the flow of lava. So let's think 2 responses here. And it says that describe ways people have changed the flow. Okay, think carefully. Question 10. What reason does the author give for disagreeing with people giving gifts to Pele? So let's go back. Let's find it in the story. Okay. It says here in paragraph 4, I disagree with those people. I don't believe giving gifts to a goddess is going to help us. So I would suggest you read paragraph 4 and more to find the answer to number 10. But I know you know that because we always use text evidence. Question 11. Which sentence could be added to paragraph 2? Again, go back up to paragraph 2. Here we go again. If you know the main idea of paragraph 2, then you'll know which supporting detail is going to best fit. Question 12. Choose 2 reasons why the author wrote this passage. Now we have author's purpose. Why are they telling us this story? Was it to explain why volcanoes erupt? Was it to tell us stories about a goddess? Was it to give us information? Was it to show about giving gifts? Was it to convince Hawaiians that they can save homes? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think it's all about volcanoes erupting. I don't think it's just about one volcano. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But I know I should definitely go back and maybe I should even reread just to be sure. Question 13. According to the author of this passage, what do Hawaiians agree on? So I'm seeing something at the very end. I see some text evidence right away. It just jumped out at me. But again, reread. 14. Read this sentence from paragraph 1. All right, manatees, here we go. Back to paragraph 1. We reread the whole paragraph so that we know this sentence in context. The hot lava is angry. What word could best replace hot? So I'm thinking, take a look at all the other sentences. Think of the best word that would fit. All right, now we have a writing prompt. So for question 15, you are going to be writing. Manatees, it says right here, type 2 to 3 sentences to explain, and it says use details from both passages to support your answer. So you're going to think about both the eruption and when the lava comes, and you're going to respond with how the volcano affects the people of Hawaii. You should have complete sentences, capitalization and punctuation. And all the activities I give you in Google Classroom, I always say the same thing. So really, even though this is a test, it shouldn't be such a challenge because it's like what we do every day in our learning. We read, we answer questions, we respond. All right? Question 16, here we go. Here's our skills. That moose has large teeth, teeths. Sounds like irregular plural nouns to me. I am glad you are here. Blank, been waiting all day. I've been waiting all day. I'd been waiting all day. I'll be waiting all day. I'm been waiting all day. Well, let's think about these contractions. I have been waiting all day. I would been waiting all day. I will been waiting all day. I am been waiting all day. I know only one of these is a fit. Question 18. A stone wall is blank, then one made of dirt. A stone wall is strong than one made of dirt. A stone wall is stronger than one made of dirt. A stone wall is more strong than one made of dirt. A stone wall is strongest than one made of dirt. Remember, we try every single choice in the blank before we decide which one is in fact the best choice. Number 19, that mountain is the blank peak in Hawaii. That mountain is up. It sounds like Comparisons, high, higher, highest, most high? Which one? Grace and Jan taught themselves how to surf, them's how to surf, themselves how to surf, themselves how to surf. I think I know which one it is. How about you? Number 21. The word singer means without a song, a person who sings before a song, after a song. Which one is a singer? Question 22. All of my blank parents drive to the beach. All of my friends, all of my friends, all of my friends, all of my friends. So here we're talking about possession. Remember, is it apostrophe S or is it S apostrophe? I can eliminate two right away because if I'm talking about plural, I know there's only one way it can really do it. So you're either singular with apostrophe S or you're plural that has an S and there's an apostrophe at the end of it. There's your hint. All right, question 23. Read the sentence. The wind blew hard all day. Which sentence uses a different meaning of wind? So in this case, the wind blew hard all day. This beach has a strong wind every day. The wind carried the ball away. The show will not wind up at about 7. That's wind. The storm brought a strong wind. I'm thinking this word has the same spelling but different meanings and different pronunciations. 24. The largest city in the state of Hawaii is Honolulu. Which word in each sentence should be capitalized? Should it be largest, city, state, or Honolulu? Remember, manatees, what do we say gets capitalized? Proper nouns, specific names of places, people, or things. 25. Aunt Margaret goes to the islands every winter for vacation. Which one of these is a proper noun? All right, and your final question, 26, is another writing prompt. Again, comparing the two stories, read the prompt, and write your response. Think about the two passages you have read. Type an informational report based on the information in both passages. So now, this isn't 2 or 3 sentences, manatees. This is an informational report. You need to write quite a bit. So don't let this be the reason why you don't do well on the test. You should have more than 7 sentences. And your sentences should include facts about the volcano, information you learned. You've read 2 stories. Both stories have 7 paragraphs worth of information. So I know you can come up with lots of information in your own words. And remember, if you use details and you cite the evidence, you can say in paragraph, let's see. In paragraph 2, I learned that a volcano can produce lava, and the lava can destroy the area. That's how Hawaii became larger. Maybe those are some of the examples that you include in your writing. Okay, so that concludes my test taking tips for today. Take your time, do a super job in your learning, all right? Your test is due by the end of Wednesday. So I'm giving you 2 days to do this test. Normally you only have 1 day, but we break it up, right? We do 1 day for reading and 1 day for writing. This time you can pace yourself however way you like, but I can promise you, you have to have it done by Wednesday. So actually I'm giving you 3 days to do it because you have all day Monday, you have all day Tuesday, and you have all day Wednesday. So you can split it up just like we would in the classroom and do reading on one time and then do the writing at the other time. Or you can do it all in 1 day. It's your choice. Message me as soon as you're done and say, Miss GW, I'm finished. I'm ready for my free check. Then I'll check it and I'll tell you if where maybe you have some mistakes or if your writing isn't strong enough. Here's my advice though. Do your super best the first time and you won't have as many corrections to make, okay? Maybe you won't have any corrections. All right, my friends, do good work. I'm proud of you. Show me all you know.